At this point, Mr. Speaker, I would request we play a video by the governor in which the deputy is accused of chanting. It was mentioned in the opening statement. That video was played in the opening statement where the DG is seen with some rowdy youths apparently singing fairly unfortunate songs against the governor. Perhaps Mr. Mutuma can tell us the number of the video so that we move quickly. KMV? Yeah, I'm told it's KMV 15 from the governor's videos. KMV 15. We can pause it there, Mr. Speaker. Bwana Mawira, to the best of your knowledge, you can give us even an estimated date. It doesn't have to be an exact date.
On or about on 20th of September.
That's roughly 1 month ago, isn't it?
Yes.
The governor's defense to the count 14B and D and C is that this procession is the one that triggered the nasty WhatsApp groups messages that we're about to go through. Is that correct?
No, that is a misrepresentation of the sequence of events.
It's a misrepresentation of the sequence of events.
Yes.
Let's interrogate that claim that it's a misrepresentation of the sequence of events by opening page 162 of volume 2. I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker, it's page 149. My short-sightedness is not doing me much favors, but it's okay. Page 149.
Yes.
When did you say the procession occurred, the one we just saw on the video that is said to be the justification for the WhatsApp messages?
On or about the 20th of September.
On or around 20th September, barely a month ago, isn't it?
Yes.
At page 149, we start now looking at the WhatsApp messages. What is the time stamp on that WhatsApp message at page 149 at the top, and the date stamp?
It's dated May 20th, 2023 at around 18:33 hours.
Would I be correct that this, therefore, the vilification through WhatsApp groups actually occurred about 4 months before the event the governor said was the trigger?
Yes, I confirm.
The governor, in her defense, confirms this WhatsApp group as members who include county officials, correct?
Yes, she confirms.
She also confirms it has members of the public.
Yes.
She also confirms it has CECs.
Yes.
And other county officials, isn't it?
Yes, she does.
Would that diverse composition of this group require an element of discretion and discernment from a responsible governor before posting nasty messages about our deputy there?
It requires.
If the governor is posting nasty messages about the deputy governor in a platform that, by our own word, includes both county officials and members of the public, would that trigger violence of the type we saw at Mercury?
It clearly can.
Let's examine the messages themselves. At page 149, where we are, it shows, it reads, Nchamba Bede removed you. Who was removed?
The deputy governor.
Is Nchamba Bede a junior officer or a superior of the deputy governor?
A junior officer to the deputy governor.
Would you expect a junior officer in the ordinary course of events to have the temerity to remove the deputy governor from a WhatsApp group?
No, unless maybe instructed by higher powers or maybe someone who is more senior than the deputy governor.
Let's go to page 162. Before we go to 152, let's go to 155. Or rather, before we go to 162, let's go to 155. At the bottom, it shows again the deputy governor was removed from this group by who?
Honorable Mutia.
Who is Honorable Mutia?
He is a chief officer in the county government of MERU.
In a functional county government, would you expect an ordinary chief officer to have the guts to remove a whole deputy governor from the group unless acting on powers of someone above the deputy governor?
No.
What is the date stamp at the top again?
May 27th, 2023.
This was again 4 months before the rally that is alleged to have triggered these nasty messages, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's go to 158. A post there by Kiambi Adheru. Who is Kiambi Adheru in the middle of the page?
The county secretary to the county government of MERU.
After the DG is removed, some sort of gossip begins between the governor and the county officials and the members of the public. And what does Kiambi Adheru tell the people in the group about this nasty gossip of the deputy governor?
He states that confidence is of essence here. There will be no point for us to converse here then in among us, send screenshots to our enemies. It will be too unethical.
Who is Kiambi Adheru saying the screenshots should not be sent to so that they can insult and gossip and chit-chat about the deputy governor freely?
The deputy governor.
At the top of that page, there is a post by the governor, right?
Yes.
What is she saying?
I've fought many and serious battles. Hiyo yao ni manyunyu. nitawagaragaza kama kawaida.
So here is the governor announcing she will fight the DG and his people. Is this occurring before or after the event the Senate is being invited to believe was the trigger of these very unfortunate things?
Way before the event.
And there is a Diane there again replying. Who is Diane?
Diane, I believe, is a public member because I don't know what position he owns.
Let's go to 160. There is a post there by the governor herself. To the best of your knowledge, the number given there, is it the number of the governor?
Page?
160.
Oh yes, it's the governor's phone number.
What is the governor telling our junior officers in relation to our deputy governor after they have removed him from the group?
She states that CEO Mutia panga retreat ya sub-county and under the means to chome jeshi.
So the governor is recruiting what that means in our war with the deputy governor.
Yes.
Would you expect a governor familiar with the dignity expected of that office to do that?
It is not expected.
And what does this junior officer tell the governor after he's been told to mobilize the what that means to fight the deputy governor?
He states that I'm almost finalizing the plans, Excellency, jeshi iko chonjo.
This governor who is organizing this jeshi and the governor we have seen on those videos at Makiri, did she appear to you like someone who is a humble, vulnerable victim? Some good, polite lady who is being harassed for no good cause? Is that the demeanor we saw on those videos?
I don't think so.
The deportment that we can design from these messages so far, is it the deportment of a dignified governor who is a victim of some political witch hunt? Did you see in these texts the tone, language, discernment of a dignified governor?
It isn't.
At page 162, the DG says, or rather the governor says, no, not the governor. Yes, it's the governor at the top. What does she say?
And DG mobilized fewer levy. Please
tell the Senate this is a message the governor has sent to a WhatsApp group that has junior officers, members of the public, about our own deputy governor. Can you please tell the Senate the translation of what she's saying?
The translation is on page 446 of volume 2, and maybe I can read the translation. Chief of Samutia writes, "People are with us, and I am so encouraged. Today, they used police to intimidate our jeshi. Their darkness won't and can't overcome our light." The governor responds, and DG mobilized fewer levy, which translates to, the deputy governor mobilized a few drunkards. Some people will have to find ways of defecating an avocado seed. You'll hear them.
Does this sound to you like a dignified message by a governor that, according to our Constitution and Chapter 6 laws, should bring honor and dignity, both to our office and that of the DG?
It isn't now, especially considering that this was posted in our WhatsApp group with junior officers to the deputy governor and members of the public, of course.
Again, was this message before or after the event now offered as an explanation for what triggered these very unfortunate messages?
It was way before, there around May of 2023.
4 months before.
Yeah.
Let's go to page 163. There is a post there by a junior officer called Nkanata responding to the governor's very unfortunate message. What does Nkanata say?
He states, we few pakavona baikone.
Again, what in your understanding was this junior officer now saying about the DG?
He is exclaiming and saying that they will suffer the consequences.
Let us go to Kabati, Kaende, page 165. What does the governor say in response to a junior officer called Ganata?
She states that I've fought many and serious battles, hiyo yao ni manyunyu, nitawagaragasa kama kawaida. Just relax and watch the space and concentrate in development, Kabati, Kaende. Back me with prayers and seeing deliverance of our Father. He has done it for me, and the promise high end is beautiful.
The governor in her defense says, quote unquote, she is the foremost peacemaker in Meru. Is this message consistent with the person who is the foremost peacemaker in Meru?
The tone and the language used doesn't depict someone who is a peacemaker.
Indeed, as is any of the messages we have so far seen consistent with the governor who, in our own words, quote unquote, is the foremost peacemaker in Meru County?
They don't.
In page 166, what does Governor Mwangaza write in response to a junior officer called Kiambiatheru? Let's begin with Kiambiatheru. What does he say that the governor is responding to at the top of page 166?
Kiambiatheru states that our enemies misadvised he, very unfortunate for him, that is in reference to the deputy governor. And then the governor responds by stating, he thinks I'm the type of a person who can be scanned by a useless, childish, mannerless, mobilized group of people with threats. Kwanza nitafinya kieleweke.
Kwanza nitafinya kieleweke. Again, is this the language of a dignified, peaceful, peace-loving governor who is the victim of male chauvinism, who is the victim of Jurincheke, who is a victim? All these things she's saying, it wasn't me, I'm just a victim. Is this message consistent with such a humble, meek, and dignified governor?
It is inconsistent.
This, let's go to page 167. What does the governor say, and what does our county secretary, junior officer, Dr. Kiambi Atheru say? What does the governor say that Kiambi is responding to?
The governor states that they want him to recover what? Ntochio invested heavily, kuweka jina kwa ballot paper.
And what does Kiambi Atheru?
The message that Kiambi Atheru is responding to is clearly captured in page 170.
Let's go to 170 where it is, okay.
From the governor, which states they want him to recover. First of all, the governor is responding to CCM Finance, one stated that very true, they are using him and when done, they will dump him. Very unfortunate. Then the governor states they want him to recover what? Tochio invested heavily. Kuweka jina kwa ballot paper is investment worth CEC Finance Shuari. And gratefulness is a curse. Results coming up soon. And then Tochio is the former deputy governor. And then the county secretary responds on page 167 by saying, I am a witness. He contributed nothing to the campaigns, zero.
Would you consider it in order for the governor to be telling civil servants and junior officers that our deputy contributed nothing, even if we were to assume it is true, for argument's sake, would that be a proper message to be sent to by a governor to a forum like this?
It's not in order.
Is this consistent with our chapter 6? Is this the type of messages governors should be acquitted by the Senate so that they can continue sending them?
It isn't consistent with the chapter 6 of the Constitution.
Let's go to page 174. What is the governor telling Monica Kadono, who is a junior officer and specifically the CCM for finance?
The governor is telling the CCM Finance that the deputy apewe finance CCM laughable. Omchukue 2027 wape yeye finance needs.
Let's go to 179. Let's go to 176 first. There is a post there by the governor. Can you read it to the Senate?
Our wajinga tuwanyamazie till 2026. Mute completely, concentrate with the development. They want to divert us from our agenda and join the madness. Kama ni kunyorosha, tukamatie chini. Wapige nduru kabisa. I show you direction. Meanwhile, we are here 10 bila breaks.
Is this message consistent with the narrative of a peaceful governor who is a victim of some evil scheme to oust her out of office?
It is inconsistent.
Who are the people she was referring to as wajinga and whom she says nitawanyorosha na kuwakamatia chini?
Other leaders from the great county of Meru.
Should the governor be, for whatever reason, be sending such messages to junior officers and members of the public, even if we were to assume, for argument's sake, she has a valid grievance against other elected leaders?
She shouldn't.
Let's go to 179. What is the governor saying at the top there?
She states, I love this, mwanaume ni kazi, si kujivutavuta na kupigania tusimu tofitina. Kazi yonge mtakacha mvunguni. She leaves it at that, then she continues to state, the Bible says, lazy people should not eat and should be denied all benefits similar to eating. Ukisikia mtu analialia ni mzembe, wachana naye akufe.
Who are the people the governor is calling lazy and who should not eat in the context of this message?
It is in reference to the deputy governor.
It is in the reference. Now, again, Mr. Mawere, let's assume for argument's sake, because human beings disagree all the time, let's assume the governor has a genuine grievance against our deputy. Should she be sending this type of message in this type of group?
It is not expected of a person of the stage of a governor.
What does Barrio Nation say in response to the governor?
He says, extremely true, Your Excellency.
Let's go to page 180. No, I meant page 190, Mr. Speaker. What is the governor saying at page 190?
The governor says he is now claiming that Pesa he is now claiming that Pesa office of the governor to be split into two, Lafabu. Ojo akari ngoi murungu oengo atetumene in Jesus' mighty name. May Jehovah God, who sees the motive in every move, deal with our enemies speedily in Jesus' mighty name.
And Nchamba Mbithi there, who is the governor's chief of staff, what does Nchamba Mbithi say that the governor is responding to? It is at page 191.
He says, in my opinion, the issues going around the media are really fueled by the DG's silence. We all know well there was no planned trip to US that was cancelled. We all know there's no time that our DG's vehicle has ever been taken away. Our DG silence is really making my people to believe the fake rumors. If DG comes out and clears the air on the fake rumors, the current politics will be a thing of the past. Why do we have to go through hard times and the solution is within us?
Who is Nchamba Mbithi, the author of the post you just read?
He is the chief of staff to the governor.
Let's go back to 181 where the same Nchamba Mbithi is again conversing with the governor in this group. What does Nchamba Mbithi say?
He says, blessed weekend, Our Excellency, we have beheaded you 101%. Anyone trying to fight you is fighting us and becomes our enemy immediately.
In your understanding, sir, would a junior officer, and we've asked this question a million times because it's important, would a junior officer be posting these things without the blessing of the governor?
Of course not.
Especially when that junior officer is the governor's own chief of staff?
It is not expected.
So, Bwana Mawira, let's go to 194. What does the governor say in that page?
She states that Ian Ujinga, sponsored by DG, I'm issuing last warning. I don't entertain useless threats. My 15 years in politics have never seen such childishness and ukumbafu.
The next message.
Walinipea 6K, the entire constituency, and DG kituo yake, I was the last. Wanaongea nini sasa?
The next.
You want to eat what you never labored for. It's a curse.
Next.
Sunday was from Imenti, Tony from Imenti, Jordan from Imenti, and many others. Mbona sikusikia community issue, kuweka jina kwa ballot ni kazi. Watu wanatumiwa vibaya na hata wenye wanakutumia vibaya hawawezi kukupea even elected MCA.
We could go on and on, Mawira. I think the point is made. Mr. Speaker, I request we play a video in which Nchamba Mbithi is seen on television saying some things about the DG. I believe it is video number 3A in support of count 3. The translation of that video is in page 447, Mr. Speaker, or volume 2.
Gintu kiria mutuma kuthithia gintu kiria ntenda kuga kinya no tuimbije baitene thairwa iri national ithi kirina to babingi nationally mutumaga kumira thani iria kurira bwana Peter.
Ajuge uyu migambo Nchamba ntenda.
It can be paused, Mr. Speaker, so that I ask the question. On the screen, which TV station is airing this show?
It's Vita TV.
Is that a TV station associated with the governor?
Yes, it is owned by our proxies.
Does Nchamba Mbithi in that clip confirm that this TV has national viewership?
Yes, he confirms.
He confirms it's a national television.
Yes.
Who is Nchamba Mbithi in that video?
The Chief of Staff to the Governor.
Which side is he from the video?
Sorry?
Perhaps the video can be run so that I ask the question. It can be rerun. I want you to identify to Mr. Speaker who is Nchamba Mbithi in this video.
Ntenda kuga kinya no tuimbije baitene dairwa ere national kerina to babingi nationally mutumaga kumira dani ira kurira wana.
It can be paused. That's the Chief of Staff on national television, and the transcript is at page 447. In summary, sir, what was Nchamba Mbithi saying on national television about the deputy governor?
In translation, he says, what Mutuma is doing is something I would not want to say here because I know Baita TV as a national audience. Mutuma is defecating on the plate from which he feeds. And Mutuma here is in reference to the deputy governor.
Can you confirm this show happened after the previous impeachment motion, which had a count on unnecessary aggression and vilification of other leaders?
I confirm.
Let's play video number 3B, Mr. Speaker. It's a fairly long video, but we'll crave your leave to play it, Mr. Speaker, because it helps the Senate understand whether indeed the governor is this meek, humble person who is the foremost peacemaker. And if you permit, I can put some of the questions as it plays, Mr. Speaker.
Unless they pause. Because we cannot.
We are on count 3, Mr. Speaker.
So they can pause and then you proceed
Yes.
to put the question.
Maybe it can be reversed a little. The transcript of this video is at pages 251 to 252 of our volume 2. Who is the person dancing behind the guy with the guitar?
She's the governor of Meru, Her Excellency Governor KAWIRA Mwangaza.
And who is the person playing the guitar?
That is the first gentleman of Meru County government, or simply the spouse to the governor of Meru County.
So, Mr. Speaker, now the volume can be increased so that you hear the lyrics. Then I can put my next series of questions. The volume is low, Mr. Speaker. We might not hear the lyrics.
wakaanza kumchimbia mashimo. Wanataka Kawira akule pamoja na wao, wanataka Kawira wakule pesa za barabara, wanataka Kawira akubali wakule pesa za dawa hospitali, wanataka Kawira awasaidie kukula mali yetu. Mpaka sasa sikilizeni kwa makini, wanapanga pia kuchukua maisha ya Kawira, wanapanga sasa mpaka kumuua Kawira Mwangaza. Lakini najua maombi yenu huwa shetani ameshindwa kabisa katika jina la Yesu. Eti walikuwa wanasema tangu ile wakati wa impeachment, Kawira akunywe chai kwa mikahawa ya Nairobi. Mara ya mwisho Kawira kukunywa chai mikahawa ya Nairobi ni ile wakati wa impeachment. Na hiyo sasa ndio inafanya maadui wako wakasirika kabisa. Eti wanataka Kawira kuitwa kuja ya Korea, hao wakienda Nairobi kule wanakunywa nao chai na pesa yetu. Kawira naye amekataa katakata, amesema kazi yake ni mashinani. Wewe wajinyonge
questions. From that screen, Mr. Mawira, where is this rally being held?
At Kiotine.
Where is Kiotine?
Kiotine is in Egembe.
Is that near the DG's home?
Yes, near Maua.
When was this event held?
On the 28th of August, 2023.
Is that before or after the procession the governor is offering to explain our belligerence towards the deputy governor and other leaders?
Before.
It was before.
Yes.
So does that explanation of us and the video was shown earlier on offer a valid answer to the charge for vilifying other leaders in the DG?
It does.
Who are these people described in that song as wenye wivu?
There is the DG and other elected and other leaders from Meru County.
Does that musical performance talk about the previous impeachment proceedings, the lyrics?
It does.
Those lyrics, do they show a person who learned anything from the previous impeachment?
I can state that it doesn't.
Do they show a recalcitrant or a repentant person as far as the previous impeachment is concerned?
It doesn't.
Do the lyrics accuse other leaders of plotting to kill Governor KAWIRA Mwangaza?
They do.
Would you expect this to be a potential breach of the peace when other leaders are being accused of plotting to kill the governor?
Of course, yes.
To the best of your knowledge, has the governor ever reported any threats to her life in any police station?
I'm not aware of any.
Do those lyrics say that the other leaders want KAWIRA to assist them to embezzle public funds?
They do.
Is that a fair allegation to make of other elected leaders without good basis?
It isn't fair.
Does that video say that the other elected leaders don't want KAWIRA to assist the weak and vulnerable, described as wanyonge in the lyrics?
They state so.
Please confirm that this musical performance is happening in an Okole rally.
It is, I confirm.
The branding clearly indicates.
Yes.
Does the governor appear dancing to that music and even gesticulating when you wivu wa jinyonge with her fingers showing how the other leaders should be beheaded or behead themselves?
Yes, she does enjoy and dance to the music and also demonstrate how the Wanyawivu should nyonga themselves.
In your view, sir, can the governor honestly and in good conscience dissociate herself from this musical performance because they were utterances of her spouse?
She can't.
Should governors be allowed to vilify other leaders this way through their spouses so that if they ask, they say, it wasn't me, it was someone else?
They shouldn't.
Do the lyrics describe the other elected leaders as having shetani or demons? Did we hear from the lyrics the other leaders being described as having shetani?
Yes, we had.
Is this video, sir, consistent with the narrative of foremost peacemaker in Meru County,
It isn't.
who can't hurt a fly? She is the victim of some scheming, to use her own word, some scheming by the DG to take power through the back door.
It isn't consistent.
Does this video accuse other leaders of wanting to embezzle money meant for building roads in Meru?
It does.
Bonamawera, do you know any reason, and you're on oath, that would entitle the governor to hold this type of music performance?
Sorry, come again?
Do you know any justification the governor would have for vilifying other leaders in the manner we have seen in that musical performance?
I wouldn't know why the governor would go to that extent of vilifying and inciting the public against other leaders from Meru County.
The crowds we saw in that video, is it a small or big crowd?
It's a big crowd.
To the best of your knowledge, how often does the governor hold such rallies?
They are held almost every Sunday. Almost every Sunday, that is in the disguise of helping the needy. But I can confirm those rallies are held generally to vilify, demean, and incite the public against other leaders in Meru.
Mr. Speaker, I request we play video number 3C in support of count number 3. The transcript of video number 3C, which we're about to play, is at page 448 of volume 2. No, we don't have a transcript. This one is in Swahili, Mr. Speaker, so it doesn't require a transcript because Swahili is our official language, or other national language. Let's play the video.
Na tunasema hivi tukiwa na mahasras wenzangu ya kwamba Meru County haitatekwa nyara na makatero 10 ambao wanafikiria Meru County. Watu 10 viongozi ambao wanalipa mshahara wa 1 million ama 500 and above hawawezi ku make decision ya kwamba Meru iko katika shimo, whereas we know shida yao ni yao wenyewe binafsi, tumbo zao. Tunakuomba ufungue Meru siku ya leo, Mheshimiwa Rais. Na kuna watu hawajakubali gavana ni mama. Kuna watu hawajakubali gavana ni mama. Kama vile kuna watu huko juu ambao hawajakubali rais wetu alishauriwa. Hawaamini ya kwamba mtoto ambaye alikuwa anatengeneza makuku ama a simple person ambaye alitoka vijijini anaweza kuwa rais, na wanamsumbua kwa sababu bado hawajaamini kama president wetu Ruto ni rais pamoja na naibu wake. Hivyo ndivyo ilivyo Meru. Kuna matajiri na viongozi wachache ambao hawajaamini ya kwamba walipoteza katika kura ambazo zilipita. Ni vizuri wajipange na waelewe ya kwamba Meru iko na kiongozi, na kiongozi ni gavana ni. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais, nachukua hii nafasi.
Mr. Karia, to the best of your knowledge, what occasion was this when these utterances were made?
This was a prayer rally attended by the President of the Republic and the Deputy in Lare, that is in Igembe North.
To the best of your knowledge, why did the President and the Deputy organize this trip to Meru?
Sorry?
Would you know the motivation why the President and the Deputy traveled to Meru for this function?
It was a Thanksgiving prayer rally, and also to come and also try to reconcile the leaders of Meru, especially the governor and the deputy governor.
Did this occasion occur before or after the previous impeachment?
After the previous impeachment process.
And that's why the Deputy President and the President spearheaded the reconciliation effort, isn't it?
Yes, I can confirm.
So you're confirming the problem in Meru has been addressed to the Council of Governors, to the Senate, all those people you counted, and not even the President himself.
I confirm.
Has that, all these interventions, have they restored sanity in Meru County?
They have not. We have stagnated at one point.
Do you expect speakers in a presidential function to speak in a dignified way about other leaders?
Yes, it is expected.
Did we hear the governor talk about Katel Kumi in this presidential function?
She did.
In the understanding of the ordinary Meru citizen, who are the people she was calling Katel Kumi?
The elected members of parliament and the woman representative of Meru.
Did you hear call these people before the President of the Republic, Makatel?
She did, and stated that it's people who earn 500,000 and above, and also to 1 million Kenya shillings.
Did she also say these are people who only care about their stomachs?
Yes, she did.
Would those be utterances that connote a governor that is peace-loving, that has learned from the previous impeachment process, and is just a victim.
They shouldn't.
Let's play video number 3C, or rather 3D, Mr. Speaker. And as I seek your...
Council, just to remind you
Yes.
that you have 1 hour to go, and bear in mind you have more witnesses to call. The time that is utilized by the senators, that cannot be part of the 4 hours. So out of the 4 hours so far, you have 1 hour to go.
Mr. Speaker, does that include the time taken by my counterparts to cross-examine my witnesses? Because they took actually more time cross-examining the other witness than we.
Well, that's still within your 4 hours, just like you will be doing when their time comes.
I'll try to do my best, Mr. Speaker, but I also crave for your indulgence. It is because of my consciousness as to time that I'm taking more time with these witnesses, just in case I'm not able to call all the 6. Let's play video number 3D, and Mr. Speaker, I know we expunged. This is the video that inspired the allegory that was misunderstood. The transcript of this video is at page 448 to 449 of volume 2. Let's proceed.
Bwana asifiwe. Na ndi nyambo kama tio kavuyo kama utaneze. Kama tako impeachment ya vivi atia. Obia dizerie. Ta kama diganiria kwamba bantu kwera bonchuria la kalivale. Banchuria ndale la medo bichadira. Mukama tio kavuyo akamba mbaka kobia umaleta. Pena kiangala kengene kwa kaije kama koroga. Mulungu abalinga 20-0. Na ndiba okanebeje tuekuja tuteku. Ai kedere ndale akobia kakana patato makiria roga indi na dirikale. Wewe watoera. Na tulienda 2027 ngogeche mtu chialie.
Mr. Mawere, what is the governor talking about in that video?
The previous impeachment process.
What is she saying about the previous impeachment process?
That there is nothing that was done to her even after the county assembly impeached her and took her to the Senate.
That nothing happened to her even after?
She was impeached by the county assembly and brought to the Senate. Nothing happened to her, nothing was done to her.
So, Mr. Speaker, that's how my allegory was born, but we can see the last video, 3E.
Vimenti kana no tarwe utai kamisema nyonwe tano mkobu ndingete metemanyo that the 6 ndene sa vimenti na goe adaga antora kama na weja kando kama bonginye de bejo bejone kwena musama njera diga kenda ntukuru ngela babaro kai kubera kwa kontinye tesai otora nyo sai keba Dioro kato ya na ikwete tenge mawira no mbera karugule ndo basandreka kwawe inabare kwena speed ya masinesi ya 400 mekera gitage ko speed ya 20 ukaja kurekera masinesi njero na kiragita kila tueta kenda ale mpato kimbeje bantu ya watu rampao ukabeka nini ya mimi ga tueka na mimi inao ga tueka na Bwana asifiwe. Utaweka nenge kiragita na Mercedes. Speed hichi rumanya mumo. Na igetuye kama mwaka sauti ikaigwa. Ukaigwa sauti iko alia. Na ichio ukugwa tena bakatu biba. Na ila ungere ntuko yegeto learea. Ndangwa ne tio giki nene
We can pause it in the interest of time, Mr. Speaker, now that I'm guided by your... Mr. Mawira, what was the governor doing as per this video?
She was vilifying the elected member of parliament for South Imenti, as well as other members of parliament from MERU.
To your best of your knowledge, sir, is there any overlap between the duties of governor and those of MPs and the senator, so that the governor is constantly inciting the public against? Is there any conflict of duty or interest? Don't they have very different duties?
They are very different and well stipulated, clearly stipulated for every office order.
As a matter of fact, where is the main workstation of the 9 MPs of MERU? Is it in MERU or here at the parliament buildings?
It's here at the parliament buildings in Nairobi.
Do you know any reason why a member of parliament in MERU, while doing their duties, say in this chamber or the other one, will suddenly hear that the governor is saying nasty things about them in some rally in MERU?
Sorry?
Do you know any reason why the governor will be vilifying a person who is based in Nairobi and while they are doing their duty in Nairobi?
No, I'm not aware.
Paragraph 16A, count 4, you accused the governor of appointing Kenneth Moetiriongo as a chief officer without the approval of the county assembly. Did you make such an accusation, sir?
Yes.
Have you provided any evidence for it?
Yes, the evidence is in pages 271, 296, 295 to 296, 297, 299, and 301 of volume 2.
Let's go to 271. 296. The document begins at 295. Where does this document at 295 say it emanates from?
Office of the Governor.
Office of the Governor. And on the next page, do we have the appointment of this officer, Kenneth Moetiriongo?
Yes, paragraph 12.
Paragraph 12. Does that confirm he was appointed as a chief officer?
Yes, it does.
Is he appointed as a substantive or an acting chief officer?
Sorry?
Based on that document, is that an acting or substantive appointment?
It's substantive since it's not stated that he is acting.
Do such appointments require the approval of the county assembly?
Yes, as it is required by the law.
To the best of your knowledge, has the governor placed any approval of the assembly for this officer?
None whatsoever.
Let's go to 296, 297. What is the document there?
It's a document from the office of the clerk, addressed to the county secretary, that is Dr. Kiambi James Dambura Aderu, in the matter of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the County Governments Act 2012, the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act 2017, and the County Assembly of MERU Standing Orders, and in the inquiry of the Sectoral Committee on Labor, Public Services, and Social Welfare. Summons.
So, sir, have you provided sufficient evidence to show this person was appointed without county assembly approval?
Yes, I have.
Let's go to 16D, paragraph 16D of your impeachment motion. You accuse the governor of appointing unqualified persons, namely Kenneth Moetiriongo, Edwin Mutuma Mrangeri, and Gitobun Kanata as chief officers without competitive recruitment and recommendation of the County Public Service Board. Have you provided any evidence to show this?
Yes, I have.
Let's go to, where is that evidence, sir?
The evidence is on pages 253 to 260, 295 to 296, 322, 325, 326, all the way to 327, 331, 332, 334, 335, and 386 to 389.
Let's go to the appointment of traffic marshals. Have you provided evidence of the appointment of these officers?
Yes, I have.
The governor responds by saying that this office was regularized. And she says it was a joke. That's our response in the county assembly, isn't it?
Yes, they did.
Have we seen her in a video? Mr. Speaker, we can play the video in support of count 4. It's a brief video. That's
Safari ya kuainisha mji wa Meru imeanza. Asante sana, asante. Na ofisi ya gavana. Kwa hivyo basi kwa hizi pikipiki ambazo zitakuwa kila macho. Kazi kubwa ni kusaidia mji wetu wa Meru, mji wa Nkwebo, mji wa Maua, kutoa msongamano wa magari.
Do we see in that video, sir, the governor flagging off traffic marshals?
Yes, it's seen in the video.
Whose duty is it to establish this office?
It's the duty of the County Public Service Board to create offices under the county government's structure.
Now let's go to page 392 of volume 2. What did the County Public Service Board say about the existence of this office?
In a letter addressed to the clerk of the county assembly, in relation to the inquiry, the board or the secretary or the CEO of the MERU County Public Service Board states that the board has not employed any traffic marshals in the county public service.
But on the ground in Meru, Mr. Karia, why was this a problem so that the assembly got seized of it? What were the so-called traffic marshals doing that became of concern to the assembly?
After they were flagged off by the governor, they went around Meru town, arresting offenders and charging them fines irregularly. And there was a petition to the assembly in complaining about the creation of the office of the traffic marshals irregular. So in summary, sir, other than the video and the document I've shown, what other pages can you refer the Senate to prove this count? We have pages 394, 398, 409 to 412, 413. You have, in paragraph 16G, accused the governor of having a bloated workforce. Have you provided evidence of this? Yes, on pages 282 to 283, 309, 345 to 352, 353, 357, 359 to 362, and 362 to 382. Let's go to page 361 to 362 and speak about a particular cadre of staff in the governor's office. How many cleaners are shown there? That is from number 73 to 93, that is roughly 20. Page number 73 to? Entry number 73 to entry number 90. To entry on the next page, to entry number 111. How many cleaners are those? Would I be right to say they are 38? Yes, they are.
Let's see how some of these officers styled as cleaners, how they are described on the payroll. Let's pick the officer number 111, Jamal Bundi. He has been described as a cleaner in the recruitment. Now let's go to page 379 and see his payslip. What is his designation?
He is recruited as a cleaner, but his designation is senior support staff.
So the payslip is that of a senior support staff,
Yes,
but the appointment is that of a cleaner.
yes.
Let's pick another one. At page 381, at the bottom, what is the name of the officer?
Mr. Godfrey Mwenda Mireti.
So this gentleman was also recruited as a cleaner, but his payslip is for what cadre?
Senior support staff.
That officer is number 103, Mr. Speaker, on page 362. Page 382, the officer there is named. There are actually two of them. Not sure him.
Miss Faith Kendi Kidhinji and Miss Glory Kinya Kinoti.
Would you consider it irregular for officers to be hired as cleaners, then paid on the pay grade of senior support staff?
Sorry?
Is it an irregularity to employ persons as cleaners, then on the payroll, pay them as senior support staff?
Yes, it is an illegality.
Would you know why this irregularity has been taking place in Meru?
I believe it is for the governor to reward our cronies.
To reward our cronies.
Yes.
Let's go to count number 6. Naming a public road after her husband. Do you have any evidence of this?
Yes, I have.
Have you provided any evidence, sir, to support count 7?
Yes, on pages 442 to 443 of our volume 2.
Count number 21B, contemptuous letter to the assembly in response to lawful summons. Do you have any evidence?
Yes, on page 301. Sorry, 311.
Open for 45, the letter by Chamber. I want us to see the letter that is said to be contemptuous. You earlier on told